I've seen it work successfully both ways, where you do a free book on the front end and or you charge. I guess it depends on the book content itself. Like when I launched my book, I knew that it would be a good lead magnet for higher end clients, coaching clients, speaking gigs, and everything else. And it has been, which has been awesome. Even though it really wasn't a pitch fest and there was very little like direct, hey, go here, but I had that section in my book to tell people what to do next. Like you got people like Russell Brunson and his model, the free plus shipping, that it works very well, in fact. And they upsell usually the audio book on the checkout. Like, hey, for extra $8, you can get the audio book. Most people, they're probably going to want to listen and not read, based on the society that we live in. And then there's always usually an upsell from there. It's sometimes that's a 47, sometimes it's a 197 or whatever course, and then there could be another upsell or a downsell. So there's a lot of ways that you can structure that, and you can even go into the red on the front end with a free plus shipping or a free, and then still back end it and be very profitable. I'm not really biased on one way or the other. If you're gonna part of my internal tug of war when I launched my book is like I'm gonna put a lot of information in this book. I've charged people $15,000 for what I've given in this book before.
Yeah,
So
same.
I've got it's got to be valuable enough to where I'd rather stack value. So if you looked, uh, let me just show you this real quick. So if you want this to be like a regular book that you want to launch legitimate and all the bells and whistles, you should have a separate website that is for the book. Um,
I have
it
a
doesn't have,
sales funnel. Yep.
okay, yeah, and it doesn't have to be major sophisticated. Like this is the website, and I know some of it doesn't work as much anymore, but this is the website that was built for my book when I launched it. There was only a few pages. Where was it at? I wanted to show you the launch bonus page. This is what I wanted to show you. So rather than discount on the front end, I built up a lot of anticipation, and I actually talk about this in the book launch module of the Internet Income Club. And what I decided to do is when I had the launch date, I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. You buy one book, I'm going to give you these bonus just for buying one book. I'm going to deliver a fortune and value in return. So I gave away a quick start MP3 plus the 7-figure Rolodex. You buy 5 books, you get all those things, plus you get access to our Facebook group and whatever else. And
Ah, okay.
and what I did is, and I put the list up. I put 25 books, 50 books, and eventually 100, a 500, and 1,000. I'm like, who's going to buy 1,000 books or 4,000 books? Well, the reality is you just don't know who's going to come across this content. And I did have organizations that bought this book for their team members. So we had, I had like 1,000 book. I mean, I didn't have anyone buy the 5,000 or the 4,000, but it didn't hurt me to put it out there. But
No, no, of
but
course
at the
not.
same time, I was like, who's going to buy 500? And then I was thinking, yeah, there are organizations out there that are groups of entrepreneurs. You just never know. So I would recommend some type of launch bonus page where you just, instead of me buying a book, and I think what I did is I gave away, yeah, so I did something else too. When I launched the book, I gave away the first 6 chapters for free. Plus, I gave away a PowerPoint presentation, how to get 5,000 fans in 30 days. Plus I said, hey, get on my newsletter, and you're going to learn this. So when I
Oh,
was doing
wow.
lead gen on Facebook, for instance, I gave away the first X chapters of my book. Plus, they got, and based on who your market is, right? Plus, I gave them this presentation. Plus, I gave them this. So there was just like, how could you not at least get this information if you're mildly interested in growing your business through social media? And you'd want to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So with
Yeah,
your
like you'd have to be dumb not to get the book, like that kind of a thing.
yeah, so exactly. So your offer, you'd have to be dumb not to get your book. Like, so I mean, does it make sense for you to offer the first few chapters for free, plus an additional recipe guide, plus an additional this and that on the front end, just so you can get them, well, so you can get the name and email, number one. And then on my back end, when you opted into my lead gen stuff on Facebook, Instagram, or wherever I was promoting it, the very first thing was the upsell to buy the book. Like, hey, if you love this, presentation, trust me, grab the book. It's going to help you benefit, benefit, benefit,
Right.
benefit. So then I had a high conversion of people that actually bought the book. And from
Okay.
there, I mean, I could have done things better for sure, but I did build a large list that I could sell over and over. And then a fraction of those people converted into higher ticket coaching programs and things like that.